Adrian, how are you doing?
Hungover. What happened?
You suddenly lost consciousness during the exorcism.
Did it work? Is Mordred gone? What about my eyes? Are they still black?
Your eyes are normal again, at least for the moment. But I'm afraid that it won't stay like that for long.
I guessed as much. Why am I in the castle? I thought it wasn't safe here.
That's true, but I had no other choice. Edward helped me bring you here.
Edward? And where is Father Frederick?
He's still in the church. We're going back to him later. There were a few complications.
So, it didn't work?
Unfortunately not. It doesn't seem Mordred can be cast out with prayers alone.
Strange. It always seems to work in the movies.
Maybe it was the wrong script.
The Bible. Yeah.
Father Frederick is out of it. Mordred's power was too much for him. We'll have to be quick if we're going to save you.
What are we waiting for then? I feel almost good. At least I'm ready for the final spurt.
I have another idea of how we can get rid of Mordred. But for that, we must go to the Black Mirror, where the curse began.
Where everything began. Victoria told me exactly that, shortly before she died. I should go to where everything began, but I've got no idea where that is and how to get there.
I found something interesting in the library. I think it's some kind of secret door to the catacombs.
A secret door in the library? Let me guess. It's locked, right? And you've got no idea how to open it.
I was hoping you could help me.
Why not? I haven't got anything else planned.
Have you got any idea how to open this? I mean the secret compartment on the bottom. Seems to be a very complicated mechanism. Yes, of course, there's that way too. A golden sword hilt from Victoria's jewelry casket. It's decorated with 4 gemstones, probably rubies. There's a 5th socket there too, but it seems there's a stone missing. The sword hilt fits perfectly, but nothing happens. Adrian,
Hmm?
it's not working. You think that's because of the missing gemstone?
Could be possible. The question is, where is this stone? Could be anywhere. It would have been lost hundreds of years ago.
I don't think so. If the key had been broken for a long time, why did Victoria hide it? No. I think the stone is missing intentionally, as an added safeguard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but where should we start looking?
Did Victoria give you anything before she died? An heirloom, jewelry, a signet ring?
Not to me, but Angelina.
What?
Her bracelet, she showed it to me. Yes, I remember well. There were rubies on it, too. Perhaps we need one of them?
And where is the bracelet now?
The police evidence locker.
Then get it. We don't have much time.
Valentina,
Yes.
someone's leaving me messages describing the virtues of a guardian. You don't happen to know anything about that, do you?
I wrote them. They were tests to see if you could become the next guardian in spite of the curse. I had assumed that apart from Victoria, there was only Angelina, but she was nowhere to be found. There was no time. Victoria lay on her deathbed. She was the last guardian. It had to be settled. When we heard that you were maintaining that you were a Gordon and were also innocent of any crime, then the Vatican changed its plan. We had to assure ourselves that you were still of pure heart, and you passed all the tests.
But you weren't there.
True. I wasn't there.
All right, Miss Undercover. The room in which Mordred crossed over into me. Do you know anything about it?
What kind of room is it?
A kind of ritual chamber. Skulls everywhere, a throne.
They investigated a ritual chamber in the old academy, but all the records were lost in a fire around 1512. And the knowledge of it was lost in the process as well. So no, I know even less about it than you do.
So what actually is this black mirror then?
We think it's a kind of portal.
And where does it lead?
Nobody knows exactly, and it's a dangerous thing to investigate. Mordred tried, but the Black Mirror enslaved them. Pope Innocent III believed it might lead to the destruction of Christianity. What we know for sure is that it's older than anything else on Earth.
I thought it might have been built by pagan druids or something like that.
It's much, much older than that. The Druids used it for ceremonies, yes, but they definitely didn't build it. It's been there since the dawning of time, so they say.
Holy crap. So what is it then?
We can only speculate. The mirror attracts evil, or how should I put it? Absorbs it. According to the old Druidic scriptures, there were regular human sacrifices. Apparently, the altar table in front of the Black Mirror portal was already drenched in century-old blood back then. The souls of the sacrifices are drawn into the mirror, but only if they're absolutely evil. The soul of a good person cannot enter the mirror. It seems to be something like... yes, like...
The gateway to hell, perhaps?
yes. And no, not just the gate, but the mirror too. Glancing into it reveals the innermost self. It reflects the soul for everyone to see.
I wonder what the Pope would see if he looked into it. And all the dignitaries of the world. No wonder the entrance has to be guarded. But times have changed. Why don't we just have a look at the thing? Purely scientifically, I mean.
Evil can also break out of the mirror. Its effect is unbound. You can feel its power yourself. Who's ever susceptible is enticed into evil. That's why life in the castle is so dangerous. It's right within its sphere. Mordred was changed. The spark of evil that always smoldered within him was fanned into a blazing fire. He did everything he could to open the portal. Rumors suggest that he almost found the mechanism.
Hello, Madame Fortuna.
Adrian, I knew you would call again.
Who else could it be?
Pick a card.
Stop.
I've drawn the death card.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
Adrian, don't worry. Death means that you'll release yourself from all the ties. You'll experience a transformation.
Well, that certainly cheered me up.
And I see death. A lightning bolt. A bolt flashes down on you. Stop. The death card again. Adrian, the cards are correcting me. I see a deluge which will suffocate you. Oh, no. Oh, another death card. Adrian, I see darkness. You will be devoured by darkness.
How many death cards have you actually got there?
Just one in the major arcana. Oh, I mixed up several tarot packs. That must have happened yesterday. Oh, no. I'm sorry, Adrian. I have to call someone back urgently.
A golden sword hilt. It was hidden in Victoria's jewelry box. It's missing a gemstone. Sunglasses? They've got to be from Edward. Actually, an umbrella would be better right now. But what the hell? An empty letterbox. Sunglasses. Probably from Edward, or my black eyes. Someone's broken the door in with an axe by the look of it. Damn. Looks as though Tom has been here. Ugh. God damn it. There are some things you just don't want to see. I'd better get out of here.
Rain, rain, go away. Tomorrow will be a rainy day.
Damn.
Then comes the snow. Don't you know?
Ralph? That you? Ralph!
I was only playing with him.
Ralph! What happened? Am I hearing voices of the dead? Or was that really Ralph? Strange. It's never been so quiet here before. Closed for business.
Adrian! It's done. Case closed. Angelina's letter convinced the judge completely.
Some good news.
A lot more than that. And is there anything I can do for you?
Now with the case closed, all of the pieces of evidence are no longer required, right?
In theory, not anymore, no.
Then it wouldn't be a problem if I got the bracelet back. You do know that it's a family heirloom.
I'll see what I can do.
Thanks.
Zach!
Hmm? Please.
How's it looking with your transfer?
Now that's lying on my boss's desk. And knowing him like I do, he's gonna let me stew for a while. But it'll come through sooner or later.
Any new developments in the Tom case?
None. That piece that has disappeared. Not even Bobby's seen anything of him.
Would it affect your transfer if you found him?
What a question. Of course it would. The faster the... Hey, you've not just...
Well, if I were you, when it stops raining, I'd get myself over to the shack in the woods, over at Warm Hill, and, take a closer look around.
Ha! Have you actually found his hiding place? If things get too boring for you up at the castle, I could do with a good constable.
Thanks, but, I've had to answer to a higher calling. Goodbye.
Fare thee well, my lord.
Hi, Constable.
Ah, the Mr. Gordon.
Has the cafe shut down?
Yes, you really missed something this morning. Apparently, Edward resigned, and then there was the massive argument between him and Denise. Well, you could see it coming.
Goodbye, Constable.
Hmm.
The bracelet is an old family heirloom. It's made of silver and is decorated with rubies. It's not that easy. I've got to get the stone out of the socket first. A rope, at least 20 meters long, but not particularly thick. It wouldn't be strong enough to hang yourself with. A whole load of photos of my family, with a grave candle in front of them. And then what have we got here? A pair of pliers. I'll take those and the candle. I don't need the other stuff right now. The grave candle that was in front of the photos of my parents. It's only burned halfway down. Some pliers. Very important. One ruby's enough. A ruby. Or a red gemstone. I haven't had its authenticity checked out. The ruby fits exactly into the socket on the hilt of the sword. The sword hilt now has all of its gemstones again. Gonna need the right key for that. There's a spiral staircase here. I can't see how far down it goes. It has to be a good few stories. Ladies first.
Are you scared? Or are you exercising your role as Lord of the Manor?
The Guardian isn't allowed to die. Those were your words. I'm just playing it safe. That's supposed to be the catacombs? Looks like the sewer system.
Patience. This is just the beginning.
There are hieroglyphics etched all around here. Did the Druids build these walls? Here's a pitchfork and a flower. In this environment, there can only be a whirlpool. Huh, the water's been standing there for some time. I reckon that's the remains of the water from putting out the fire. At any rate, it's not normal sewage. A hefty chain. It's hanging into the water. The whole thing could be some kind of cistern. It collects rainwater from all over the castle. It's brought here and then goes stagnant. No, there has to be an outflow somewhere as well. A bird relief. A bird relief. I think that's supposed to be a house. Or a shack. Here's an illustration of a house and a jar. There's a bird and a head chiseled in here. There's a fish and a hand on this column. Valentina,
Yes.
do any of these symbols around us mean anything to you?
These symbols look like Pictish glyphs. Obviously an ancient form of writing, more than 6,000 years old. So I'm wondering what business have they got being on these walls?
Maybe one of my ancestors thought they looked nice? Do you know what they mean?
Sort of. But don't ask me how you vocalize them.
I can't see any other exit here. Can you?
Looks like we're in a dead-end street.
But it can't be, though. It has to continue somewhere. Maybe there's another secret passage.
Certainly not out of the question. Keep your eyes open. There's nothing to discuss with Adrian right now.